Hey everyone, it's Paolo. Okay, so today we have a special episode because I am gonna be talking with the one and only Kathie Lee Gifford. Now you guys know that I love daytime television, so anytime I get to interview a talk show legend, I'm there. So I'll see you guys with Kathie Lee.
Spoonful of Paolo, here we go.
I'll make sure it's all going to be good for you, okay? Don't you worry. I just want to start by saying, Kathie Lee, it is an honor to have a mentor, a big dreamer, someone I've looked up to since you changed our life. I love you, so thank you for being on A Spoonful of Paolo. This is a big moment for us, so thank you so much.
Well, I'm thirsty, so let me get her hungry, whatever you have to be to have a spoonful of Paolo. It's a cute title.
Thank you so much. So I got it first by asking you, how is Nashville, Tennessee treating you? I know you're happy there. How's it going?
You know, I've been working in Nashville for well over 40 years. I did my first sitcom here in 1977 called Hee Haw Honey.
Yeah, Hee Haw Honey, that's right.
It was a spin-off from the Hee Haw show. And Nashville was such a sleepy, quiet little town then, but full of amazingly talented and incredibly sweet people. And so I spent almost a year here. And then I recorded 3 albums for Warner Brothers here over the years. So I was always very comfortable here. But never thought I'd want to live here. Only because I've been on the water my whole life.
Yeah.
I've lived on the Atlantic Ocean or the Long Island Sound or down in the Keys. And I'm a really... now I live on the Harpeth River, which is, it's just this little teeny thread of a river, but I love it. So I was doing a movie with my dear friend Craig Ferguson, whom I just adore, and for him. And I started writing the score for it, the soundtrack, with one of the best writers in the whole business, a guy named Brett James. And he was loving the project, and I was too, but it was easier for me to get away to Nashville to work than it was for him to get up to my studio at my house in Connecticut. So more often than not, I started coming here like every other weekend or at least once a month for a year, writing it, producing it, and with Brett and doing the videos and just getting ready for this movie to come out. So we wrote about 7 songs for the film. And every time I'd get on the plane to go home on Sunday, I would say to myself, why am I so happy here? And it wasn't just the work that I was doing, Paolo. It was honestly the culture here. You're married to someone from the South, and it just is a different place. People are very, very, they leave me alone for the most part. I've only had 1, maybe 2, paparazzi situations I used to have 2 a day, at least, when I lived up north. So I don't miss that. But for the most part, 95% of the people that come up to me are just kind. And I know them because of all the years that they've spent with me.
But you know, Kathie Lee, the reason why I think people love you is because you've always stayed true to yourself. You always knew what you wanted. And I remember when you were a little girl, you were in love with Barbra Streisand. You wanted to be Barbra Streisand. And when she sang People, it changed your life. But then you said to yourself, I think instead of me idolizing and saying, I want to be her or whoever, you said, I need to be me and show my gift and show that I can sing and I can act. And I think it's just so remarkable. Even your...
Yeah. Much celebrity worship.
Yeah.
I worship through God, and that's all I...
Yes.
But wasn't that I worshipped her celebrity? I was in awe of the God-given gift she had.
Yes.
And I am. I really have always felt like God gives a voice like that. Very rarely, usually one in a generation. We have several in our world today. But she, at that particular time in my life, when I was seeking whatever gifts I had and how could I use them, I remember, yeah, you're absolutely right. I was crossing my kitchen, which was small back then. I have a bigger one now. and I heard, people on me. Oh, I can't sing anymore.
Yes, you could. You have 16 albums. You could sing.
Yeah, but I'm the only one who bought them.
I bought them too. So whatever. Don't you dare say that. Because look how
one time. She said, Kathie, you are a terrific singer. You're such a good singer. And Tony Bennett told me that. And then, and what's his face? Sinatra did. And I just thought, Barry Manilow and Dolly were huge supporters of my writing. And I just thought, you know what? It doesn't matter what some critic says about me. This is what these people I admire say about me.
Yes.
And most importantly of all, for all of us, what does God say about me? Yeah. And God says, you are my child and I love you. And I did not make a mistake with you. Every gift you have is because I placed it in you in your mother's womb. Ooh. And I want for my glory, not your own.
But you got to remember that God did give you a gift because, you know, when you were in first grade, I think you played a squirrel in Snow White at your elementary school. And then when you went after that, then when you 8 years old, after watching a movie, you decided to write a letter to Mr. Walt Disney. And you said, you know, we have to meet, you know, you want to be in shows. And then his office wrote back to you saying, one day we will meet. I mean, like, you were 8 years old, but you already had...
Proactive.
Yeah, but you already had this like hard work ethic that I feel that, did you get that from your parents? Because like, you know, your dad had 3 jobs, your mom was selling eggs door to door. I mean, and you're just 8 years old.
An awful lot.
I told you. I mean, it's crazy. And you're 8 years old and you already were out there trying to change the world. And you were trying to say, I have this gift and I somehow have to let people see me, which I think is remarkable.
Well, I was very audacious even at that age because I said, "Dear Mr. Disney," you know, wrote directly.
I love that.
And I said, "You need to meet me."
Yes.
I know you love Annette Funicello and Haley Mills. I do too.
Yes.
But you beat me because I'm known for my expressions. And of course, it was a form letter, but he's that famous signature.
Yes.
And I can't tell you what that did for my little self-esteem as a child. I didn't know what a form letter was. I'm sure my mother and father had helped me at 8. I was, 3rd grade? Yeah, so I probably was writing just fine. But the response was, well, you keep working at it and maybe someday you'll be in one of my movies too, or TV shows, but we'll work together. And darn if I didn't all those years later join Regis, which became a part of the Walt Disney family.
Yep.
And I did several films for Disney.
Yeah,
and
you did 5. You did 5 films for Disney. Yes, you did. And your son did one as well.
See, you know more about me than I remember.
But you think, you know, even Kathie Lee, like when you think about it, like, because I know you were on Good Morning America, you were going to be the co-anchor. You didn't really want that because your dream was to sing and act. And I remember an executive producer came to you and said, oh, no, you can't sing and act. And you said, oh, yes, I am, because you stay true to yourself. You said, I'm not going to let these people define me who I am. I already know who I am, and I'm going to do it. I mean, girl, that says a lot about you.
Give up my childhood dreams for something that was a job for a year.
Yeah.
And so I told them that, and then they wanted to change the rules a little bit. I loved her. She was a great. Her name is Susan Winston, terrific executive producer. And I said, I will not stop singing and stop doing all the other things. I will never not do my job for you. Yeah. So, I mean, literally, I would do 2 shows in Atlantic City and get in a car at 11 or whenever the show, through midnight usually, and drive 3 hours to New York and be on the air at 5 o'clock on Good Morning America. And that went on for 3 years.
I know it.
And my dad and my mom were my greatest examples in every area in my life. I feel so for the people, the children who don't get what they need when they're a child, in their childhood, spend the rest of their lives until they die trying to fill that void, that ache in their souls, to have family, to have love, to have acceptance, to have somebody to help them dream their dreams. Yeah. And it makes me cry because I had no idea that every family wasn't like that until I got out in the world a little bit and realized what a gift my parents were to me. I left at the age, just turned 18, and got on a plane and went and lived with the infamous Anita Bryant for a year. She wasn't infamous at the time. She was America's sweetheart at the time, the orange juice queen. And it was a very miserable year for me, not because of Anita. She was very kind to me, but for all kinds of other reasons. But my mother, I was supposed to go to college, and I didn't want to go to college. I had no interest in going to college. I wanted to work in an industry I loved. And I got an opportunity. Anita heard me sing, at the America's Junior Miss Pageant, where I was kicked out of that too.
Oh my God.
Kicked out of Brownies, kicked out of the America's Junior Miss Pageant, and kicked out of, what else was I kicked out of? Sunday school. What kind of a 10-year-old gets kicked out of Sunday school? But I always knew. I mean, I made mistakes in life, tons of them, but I don't want to talk about that first marriage. But anyway, yeah, but I don't know. I mean, honestly, when I get off my kilter, at times, and it's because I've forgotten why I'm here.
Yeah.
I am here to be a beacon of light to the in the darkness.
Yeah.
We all are.
Yeah.
We are. I'm not. I was put down so much in my early career by Christians.
Yes.
Who thought that I could not be a light in the world of entertainment.
Yeah.
And that's when we try to dream other people's dreams. And if you're going to be a missionary, you got to go to Africa, or you got to go to China, and that's where missionaries go. And I said, you're not going to tell me where God has called me to go. Yeah. I knew I was called into that field. That was my mission field. Every time I got into a recording booth with the producers, and every time I went into the studio with Regis and Hoda, and all the different things I did all those years. And I started when I was 10, and I'm 69 now.
And you're gorgeous.
You're so sweet. I had a lot of help and a lot of work. But anyway. I haven't had a lot of work, and that's why I go and get a lot of help.
Yeah, but Kathie Lee, look, let me tell you something. When you're talking, you know what this story comes from? Because you said this story a long time ago, but I remember this as if you said this yesterday. Is that when you were on Good Morning America, I know that you were always a big fan of Regis Philbin. When you lived in LA, you would watch him on AM Los Angeles. Yes, and then when you did GMA, you were watching him do his show at the time was called The Morning Show. Obviously later became Live with Regis and Kathie Lee. But you called your agent, I think her name was Susan Rascal, and you said to her, get me an audition.
That's the only thing you've gotten wrong.
What?
It was Jimmy Griffin.
Okay, Jimmy Griffin. Okay, so Jimmy Griffin. Okay. Okay, so this was another interview. I'm going to kill him. No. Okay, but because you said, okay, they were looking for a new co-host, you were on GMA, you're like, I want to be with Regis. And you made it happen. And what you two, like, I don't know what the secret sauce was between you two, but I know that you never got into a fight. You guys had so much respect for each other. You admired him, and then you get to work with him. You get to work with Regis, and then for those 15 years, I know you had a 35-year friendship, but the 15 years you worked with him was so magical because you two changed the whole landscape of daytime television, that I'm able to sit here and talk with you. I think it's just crazy. But what do you think that secret sauce was between you and Regis?
We knew from the very beginning. It's a 3-letter word, and it's not sex. It was fun. We had so much fun together. Same thing with Craig. Same thing with Ricky. Same thing with there are a lot of people that are just so funny. I love just tons of them that I admire so much. And if you can keep having fun, and that's important in any marriage, any relationship as well too. I mean, don't make it so serious that you don't keep having fun. God is the God of fun. He created it. Look at animals and how they roll around and play, and they eat each other once in a while too. But that's just that's spoon shake.
But it's true, you guys, it's true. You guys did have fun. But you know what I love the most is that you forever left a heartprint on his lovely wife, Joy, and for Regis and yourself, because 2 weeks before he had passed away, I know they came to your house for a beautiful lunch. They were there for like 3 hours, and he laughed. And I know that after he passed away, his lovely wife, Joy, told you that you were the last person to make him laugh. That is so beautiful. Like, I mean, that's gotta make you feel like, wow, I left this forever heartprint in everyone, and I'll never forget it. It was such a sacred, special moment for you, for Joy, and for Regis.
Now, remembering it, she said, I just want you to know, Kathie, that was the last time I heard Regis laugh. It was with me at my home, where we'd spent so many fun times, and he would. I'm decorating this new place that I have out here, and I laugh all the time about it, because I think Regis wouldn't be going around going, and yet another place to eat, and yet another place to eat. Because he loved my house so much in Connecticut. And he would call me up. Honestly, this happened at least 5 times. And he'd say, Kath, it's Reg. I said, I know, hey. And you go, can I come over to your house? And I go, well, why? Sure, but why? He goes, well, I so-and-so's in town, and I'm telling them about their house. I just love to show people your house. Can I come over? And I go, well, I'm in Italy. Or wherever he reached me, I'm wherever. He says, it doesn't matter. I don't want to see you. I just want to take them to the house.
Oh my God.
He would literally go around my house, and it is a pretty amazing place. And he'd go, get another place to eat. Look, and yet this one's on the water, and yet another place to eat. It's just the bar, the Bambino Beach Bar. Now there's another place to drink.
Oh my God.
There are about 50 in that house.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And do you remember when I think it was your first day, you were going from GMA to Live and you had on your red dress with fringe and sneakers, and he saw you with the sneakers. And what did he say to you when he saw you dressed like that with the sneakers?
That's the way it's going to be. Great. Like, and I called him a jerk the first 5 minutes, and we were off and running. And you're right. But you know what? The trouble with so many of these people that are good at talk shows, are naturally, it's like you are natural communicator. You can go to journalism school, you can go to all kinds of go study a lot of things. You can learn to be a better actor. I don't know, except in the case of Hoda, a situation where you can take somebody that's been trained to do something completely different. I mean, it did not click for me and Hoda at all in the first year, and I'd only. I didn't want to come back to daytime television, but I loved her person. She's one of those people that she's sunshine in her bottle.
Yeah, she was on our show last month. We did an interview in person in New York, and I understand why you love her so much, because she's really a special human being.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't going to stay with Regis for 15 years, so I fell in love. I wasn't going to stay with Hoda. I'd fall in love.
It's like, you two are magic. Look at this. I have you guys are magic. Magic a couple. Really, truly.
One of my 28 books.
I know it's one of your 28 books. You keep writing and writing and writing, and I'm like, okay, she's got another book. I gotta go read it.
I've got 3 more in the works right now anyway, but I don't know about the whole point of it was that we made a pact. So this is important, because later that what I was doing all my life was saying, my joy is non-negotiable. I'll negotiate time off. I'll negotiate a salary for something. I'll negotiate all those things. But my joy is not for sale.
Oh.
And joy is, happiness is about circumstances. It comes from happenstance, right? But so you're happy depending on the circumstances in your life. That can change if it's a sunny day and rain comes.
Yeah.
You're not happy for it. But your joy is in the soul of you.
Oof.
The essence, the God essence of you is where that lives. And you know where yours is. And I'll make a mistake if I try to tell you where it is. No, that's between you and your creator. And so the times that I have negotiated a little chip of my joy away, I've always regretted it. But I remember saying to Regis, and he said to me, Kath, because we were so happy doing a local show, and it was Barbara Walters who said to me, you've got to do the show with Regis. I said, everybody's telling me I shouldn't do it. Why? Because I was up for Joan London's job. And that's a big, it looks like a demotion, right? To go to a daytime local show, morning. And she said, Kathie, I said, everybody's telling me I can't do it because it's a local show. Oh. And she goes, sweetheart, believe me, Toledo is local, not New York. And if you join with Regis and you guys click, you won't be local long. And she was the one that I'm afraid Gifford at the time was a very, very dear friend of mine, but we weren't romantically involved at all. And that I was close to said, why in the world do you want to leave Good Morning America? My gosh.
Wow.
Why? I wasn't happy there. Back then, the shows, I don't even watch the shows anymore, but at the time, it was very, very controlled environment, and you're supposed to stick to the script pretty much and stick to there was teleprompter. In and out, every segment would be a teleprompter. I had to learn to read a teleprompter because I am a live, instinctive personality. I've been a live singer and actress. Well, you got to learn when you're acting something. Yep. But for the most part, I'm just a spontaneous, authentic performer. And I always said I'm a born again Bette Midler.
I could totally see that, Kathie, because I remember when I read Hoda's book, I remember in one of the chapters, she said when it was your first taping, when you guys did the 4th hour together for the first day, she had her cards out and you told her that she didn't need her cards. You told her she didn't need her cards. I'm like, and that's why you said you're not the teleprompter girl. You know inside what you're going to say.
No.
You know who you are.
You know why I knew that? Because we'd had Jim Bell, the executive producer of TV, of the Today Show, was trying to get me back to TV. I said, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I'm happy. I'm writing for Broadway. I'm having fun. I'm creative again. I was in a beautiful, very, very high paying. Regis and I were quarter owners.
Wow.
Each of us a quarter of that show.
Got it.
And that's back when syndication, you made a fortune in it, you know?
Yeah.
And I miss being rich, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But that I miss. I'm always honest. So anyway,
where do you come up with these things when you're talking and you have these isms? Like, you're so good at what you say. Like, you're good.
At this point, I don't give a rip what somebody thinks. I know my heart.
You know your
I'm
heart.
not trying, buddy. You know, and so we made a bond. We made a pact that we were never going to go national because we were poor Marlo Thomas, but we kicked Phil Donahue out of the
I know
daytime
you guys did. I know.
Within 2 months of me joining him. It was just magic, and we knew it.
Yep.
And then it didn't take long that we were the king and queen of New York. But we did offers and stuff, and that people wanted to change us. And Regis and I always said, no, we're not going to go up on that satellite until somebody comes along and says, we will not change you.
Wow.
Just let your show and put it on a satellite and take it around the country. And we signed with Buena Vista, which is the Disney arm of syndication.
Okay.
And they did try to change us. And you'll love this story too. I don't know if you know this one, but when we signed with Buena Vista, my agent, Jimmy, called me and said, congratulations, we closed the deal. It's going to be a national show. And I said, well, our show is called The Morning Show, and syndication can be at any time during the day. So we have to change the name. What are we going to change it to? He goes, The Regis Philbin Show. What, you've got a problem with that? And I remember being stunned because he was my agent before he was Jimmy's.
Okay.
And he was my agent first. And he said, the Regis Philbin Show. Wait, you got a problem with that? And I said, I have a problem with the fact that you don't have a problem with that. What am I, a lamp? That's what I asked.
Wow.
Yeah. Am I a lamp? You know how that everything changed when I joined Regis. That's not, I'm great. It's because we're great together.
Yes.
And I'm not going to sit there and be a member of the Regis Philbin Show and act like I didn't help build this.
Yes. Yeah. You know, Kathie Lee, it's just seeing you. You know why you inspire me is because, I'm going to end with this because you inspire me because, as I said earlier, I lost my mom last year, but I look at you and I see how you continue to move forward because I know you lost your beloved father in 2002, your beloved husband Frank in 2015, and your beloved mother in 2017. And I look at you and I see you happy, you're moving forward. And you make me feel like I'm gonna get there too. So I just want to say thank you so much because look at you, like you remind us all who are grieving, it's gonna be okay. Keep moving forward, have the faith. And I just want to say thank you for that, really.
Thank you, sweetheart. You're just a delight. You are such a delight. And it's a pleasure to meet new people, young people that I can start saying, okay, so we're not lost. We're not lost.
Right? I hope not with me.
Paulo's here. We're good. We're good.
Thank you. This is what we want to do for you because in honor of you being a guest on our show, we wanted to make 2 donations that I know they're very close and near to your heart. So our first donation we're going to make is going to be to a-b-c.org, $250 in honor of you.
The Association to Benefit Children.
Yes.
That's the home of the Cody House and
Cassidy's. Yes, exactly. So we want to do that, and then another. You are.
That's so. Thank you, honey.
And then another 250. We got one more. We got one more for you because you're daytime royalty. Okay, so we got to give you another one. Okay, so we're gonna do $250 to the Rock the Road and the Rabbi Foundation. Just in honor of you because I know this is a big cause for you and you started this. So we want it's a little something, but for people.
That's my personal foundation, which goes every time I make I write these books and I do these films. It keeps generating the funds. And the way cost me $2.5 million. And, I didn't have too many partners on that one, so I had to find that money. And
Wow. And I know.
And the
And the other one, yes, exactly, yes.
No, you're right. Again, I get proactive.
Yeah.
How much do I need? Okay.
And there
You know?
it is.
And you just do what you got to do. And don't keep waiting for the opportunity to knock.
Yeah.
You know? Just
Yeah.
you're going to wait a long time. Create an environment where opportunity will find you.
God.
Be the person. My daddy used to say to me, he said, honey, I'd be going off for an audition or whatever, a new job, or whatever. And he'd go, honey, it's easy. Just be the best they ever had.
Wow. My God,
And
I
then
love your father.
treat every single person there the way Jesus would.
I love that so much.
And I know she's wrapping me up because I've got a live thing.
Okay. Yes.
But let's talk some more about all this stuff next time, okay?
Thank you. And I want everybody to know, if you guys want to do a donation, you can go to KathieLeeGifford.com/charity. Go on the website. Your website's beautiful, and anyone can make a donation.
You're the first one on all the millions of interviews I've ever done that has done this. I'm very touched by your gift, sweetie. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kathie Lee.
More zeros on it, but that's it.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay, go do your interviews. I love you. Thank you so much. You're a blessing to all of us, and thank you for being on A Spoonful of Apollo. You are just an amazing woman, and I have so much love and respect for you, okay?
God bless you, sweetheart. Bye, Pat.
Bye. Say bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kathie Lee.
God bless.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Bye. Bye.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom. Thank you. Back to you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.